Today I'm removing the exhaust Manicat on the Peugeot 107, which is also Toyota Aygo and Citroen C1, because the exhaust appears to be leaking somewhere near the front. Probably hear it a little bit. You can't actually see where it's leaking from, and obviously when it's just ticking over, you can't actually hear anything. Started removing it here, so there's two bolts at the top. So the one that you can see half out there, this one here, which you can actually see quite a lot of soot on that one. I just noticed, so it looks like it's that sort of side where the gases are escaping. And then you've got a nut here. You can undo the wiring for the lambda sensor. Underneath the car, I was to see where it connects to the downpipe pretty easily, and higher up, just under the alternator, behind the alternator, you can see the other nut, which you can only get from the top. I had started removing the bolts from the exhaust shield, but they don't serve any purpose in regards to getting the manifold off. So this is where you'll need to put the tool in. 12mm bolt at the top and 12mm nuts at the bottom. That's just getting the nut that's just behind the alternator. Obviously they got the ones you can see. 14mm nuts on the, or 14mm bolts on the bottom, the connection to the downpipe. Hopefully I'll just be able to move the downpipe to one side or the other without taking any mounts off. There'll normally be a nut down the right hand side, it was missing on this car. As far as I'm aware now, the manifold should be loose. Even though the nut's missing from that mount underneath, it looks like I need to remove that bolt there, as the nut that should be there, it's a ring round it. I thought it would just slot off, but it doesn't. So I'm going to remove that bolt that you can see just there. Actually just loosening it, and that the bracket moved out of the way, so manifold's off. I don't know if that might have to come out the bottom. So let's see if we can find where it's leaking. And whether it's just the gasket that needs replacing. I thought there must have been some hidden bolts or nuts on these, but just one of the manifold bolts holding it on, and then just these folded tabs. Otherwise I'd have removed it before. Try and see where the leak is. Might do it. I think this has happened obviously from trying to move it around, but it's definitely a weak weld and likely to be where the exhaust was leaking. So I'll get that welded and refit it. There's no way that moving around, like just taking the exhaust off and trying to get the cover off, should make that break off. So I think that must be where it was leaking from, at least to some degree.